What's up, guys? My name is Dontavious Hill, three-time Team USA high jumper, five-time NCAA All-American, with a current personal best of 7 feet 5 inches in the high jump. And I've helped hundreds of high school athletes jump personal best in high jump school records, qualify for state championships, and eventually get to college and earn college scholarships, right? So they can get that free education. And what I've done, right? Everything I've done from going all the way from 4'8" to now, today being 7'5" in the high jump, being top 30 in the world. Like I said, I've helped hundreds of athletes do exactly what I've done. So it is replicable, right? My journey is not an anomaly. I have helped athletes do this already. So this same thing is possible for you as well, as long as you have the right tools and the right guidance. And today we'll be talking about why practice equals progress. So I know you've probably heard the term that practice makes perfect, right? But practice makes progress, truly, right? And in the high jump, one of the biggest problems that we tend to face is our athletes, they only look at their meet day film. Like they say, oh, well, this is how good I jump in the meet. And they look at their film to critique that as their everyday jumping. That's a big mistake because practice is where you really get those reps in. Practice is where you really get to see where you can make improvements. So if the only places you're trying to critique is on the day of competition, then you're doing it wrong. All right, you have to see on a day-to-day basis, like when you have practices during the week, like two or three high jump practices a week, 2 recommended. You have those during the week. You look at your technique and see where you can make improvements. This is where you look at it. You don't just go out and practice blindly and go into the meet blindly and then go out and then you got your meet day film and don't have practice film and you wonder why you're not clearing bars. The way you clear bars is actually seeing what you can fix and practice to be able to clear higher bars in the meet. Don't just be a meet film watcher. Be a practice film watcher. Watch your film and practice. Every time you take a jump, have someone recording it, come over and watch it and see where you can make critiques, right? When you're preparing for a competition, watch your practice film. Watch your meet day film, but also watch your practice film most importantly. So you can see, where do I need to make improvements here, right? What do I need to do to actually put myself in position? Okay, so like I said, number one, we have to watch our practice film because, meet days are when the work is on display. Practice is when the work is done, right? When we're actually doing the work, right? So you have to see what's happening there, okay? But yeah, guys, we have to watch our practice film because practice does not make perfect, not in a high jump. High jump is one of those events where we have to truly understand it. It is an imperfect event. It's not perfect, right? Every high jumper is going to jump different. Every high jumper is going to be a little bit different somewhere, right? You can't expect, there's no way to be perfect in this sport. But the thing about high jump is so great. You can do a lot of things wrong, or you can do things that are not necessarily perfect, but still be able to see some great results. I'm talking still get 3 inches better, still get 4 inches better, right? Like I had an athlete go from 5'8" to 6'4", right? Nothing perfect, but just continuously getting better, continuously making progress. Practice makes progress, okay? So, yeah, guys. So when it comes to practice, of course, there are different things you can do at practice when it comes to drills, when it comes to actually warming up, when it comes to high jump technique, all of the above, right? And these are things that I teach all of my athletes inside of my program. Not only the concept of practice and also watching that practice film, but also they get to get their film to me and I can critique it and show them exactly what they need to do to be improving, right? So the way that my program actually works is we start with mindset, right? And from mindset, we get everything that we need mentally about our athlete to see where they actually need to make those improvements, right? What's stopping our athlete from thinking they can actually jump those higher bars? What's getting in the way? Okay. And from that point, when we find those things out, we go into high jump technique. So I have all of my athletes do these specific drills that I've designed or that I've used over these past 10 plus years in the sport. And I make sure they're doing all of these drills and sending the videos to me so that I can critique them. And they also get the opportunity to send their film analysis to me as they get it. Whenever after practice, after competition, they can always send their film to me so I can critique it and make sure they're in position to be the best high jumper that they can be, right? And from that point, we get our athletes training plans. So all things plyometrics, all things weight training, all things sprinting to actually help them become better high jumpers and achieve more in the sport, right? So if you're the parent of a high school high jumper and you want your athlete to be able to achieve in the sport, whether you want them to be more confident, want them to get a personal record, want them to eventually, get training so they can get stronger, all of this can eventually lead to a college opportunity, and getting an opportunity to visit schools or get a scholarship offer, right? Or just even getting to go to the campus, right? I had an athlete who was able to go to his dream school, right? After we applied some recruitment techniques from my system that actually helped him, get on campus and go to his dream school, which was awesome, right? Those are the kind of things that are possible when you have the right person helping you along your journey. So if you're the parent of a high school high jumper and you want your child to succeed in the sport, book a call with me down below and we can get you guys on a strategy call where we can see where your athlete currently is in their high jump journey and see where they want to get to, right? So from this point, you have two choices right here. You have path A and you have path B. Path A, after understanding and knowing, that there's a system out there that can help your child, you can continue to just do what you've already been doing and just see what happens and hope that they get better. Or path B, now that you know that there's a system that can help them, actually take that next step to trying to see how we can best implement that system by booking the call and hopping on a call with me and getting your child the help that they need, right? So whichever one sounds better for you, you can make your decision based off of that. Like I said, if you want to choose path B and actually get that help that your child needs, book that call with me down below and we'll get you where you want to go.